Okay, hi. First off, I just want to apologize for the messy background. I am recording in my closet. Don't judge. Don't judge, okay? I've been somehow procrastinating making this video. Not quite sure why. Well, I have a few reasons maybe why. I've just really just been super, super tired. And it's a type of fatigue that I think there's something maybe health-wise going on that's behind that fatigue because just the things that I'm trying to work on and get better at. Because hello, hi, if you are new to this channel, I love talking about personal growth. I love talking about traveling and getting out of my comfort zone, basically chipping away at my social anxiety. If that's anything that might interest you, then keep watching. If you have watched any of my past few videos of me taking this solo trip to California and Las Vegas, just, the West Coast, some of the West Coast in general, it was fun, I would say, but I didn't come back wanting to go back or wanting more. And, it was interesting to see what their daily lives somewhat look like on their daily drives or just what stores they might go to, celebrities, stuff like that. I really grew up in the era of all that, like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, having being a fangirl. Like I am a fangirl at my core, so that was a big part of like, oh my God, it's so cool seeing like I'm in this type of area. Like most of the people that I used to watch live in this area. I don't know. That was just one aspect of it. So let's just get into why you clicked on this video. The pros and cons of solo traveling. The first pro I should say is it makes you see life, you see different perspectives, you see different types of cultures, you see the good, the bad, the ugly. You see it all, okay? And that's one thing that I love about traveling is being in someone else's reality for a little moment. I think that if you value other cultures, other traditions, other areas outside of what you're used to, solo traveling is something that will make you appreciate that even more. The cons, the con to that I would say is I really value experiencing stuff with other people that I care about. Seeing all these beautiful places, yes, it's cool to do it by yourself, but when you're always feeling like you have to do it by yourself and there's no one to really reach out, and I've been working through this trying to find a community, especially near where I live, find community of people like me. It gets lonely. It's just a harsh truth and reality. As much as, yes, I love being on my own, depending on myself, and not having to worry about if someone else is not going to pull through on this, or they're not going to want to do this, they're not going to want to spend this much money. It does get a little lonely because I would love to be doing this with people, people that really care about me and I care about them. Yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Deep down, we as humans love community and sharing things and experiencing things down to our deep, deep core. So I think we would be really playing ourselves if we denied ourselves that concept. This video doesn't feel as structured as I'd want it to be. I'm kind of just speaking out of my thoughts on this video, but I hope you're keeping up and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you have resonated with anything that I've said in this video thus far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much. If you're still with me, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I guess I want to touch on some of the things that I actually did while I was in California and Vegas, especially coming from someone who is from the East Coast. And the people are nicer over there. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. Like, at least from what I was experiencing those short few days, the people tend to be a little nicer over there. Like customer service, when I went into like the coffee shops, the boba shops, small cafes, like everyone was really nice and very inviting. I didn't feel like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I didn't feel that. It felt very inclusive. I really didn't do as much as I wanted to do. I'll just say that. I thought I was going to have more energy to be more active and to really be a tourist. That was my goal at first. But really, I guess I was being a tourist at times because I went to Malibu Beach my second day there. But after that, I kind of was just relaxing. And normally I don't see vacations that way, but guys, you can actually relax on trips. Like, I don't know why I always feel the need to just be go, go, go anytime I travel and go to new places. I realized it's okay to just relax in your Airbnb or hotel and just chill and just watch a movie. Like, you're in a new place, but even though you're not necessarily out in public and experiencing things, as long as you've made the effort to at least do it once, I think that having a day where you just relax is fine. And yeah, that was something I was struggling with. I was like, I'm so tired, but I wanna go out and do things. Like, what's going on with me? I don't understand. But I think there's a balance to it. You have to, if you're in a new place, I do think you should at least try to immerse yourself in a new restaurant, a local restaurant, something, at least for the time that you're there. Don't just never come out of your hotel room. But if you understand what I'm saying, then you get it, you get it. Yeah, so that was just a little overview of my trip in Vegas. I did not gamble. I went to Red Rock Canyon. That was pretty cool. Very, very, very beautiful. I couldn't even fathom what I was looking at in front of me. I was just like, this is real. Like, especially the desert in Vegas, in Nevada, I should say. I took a bus ride from California, well, from Vegas to Cali, then Cali back to Vegas because I flew in and out of Vegas. The views, it looks like you're looking at a painting the entire time. Like, I highly recommend that bus ride. And it was only 50 something dollars one way. That's not that bad for a 6 hour drive. They're very mindful of time. It's not like some shady bus company. But anyways, you'd have to watch my videos, my prior videos, see what I'm talking about, see my experience during that. Um, but yeah, it was so beautiful, just so beautiful. Oh, and the drive up to Malibu. Okay, I'm reminiscing. I'm reminiscing. That's what I really enjoyed with this trip was seeing all of the nature of it all. I could have went out to a nightclub. I could have. I thought about it, but I was like, no, this is just me being in a new environment and just enjoying my own company. So yeah, now let's get back into some pros and cons. So another pro I would say is financially, you don't have to worry about the price tag. Like, if you are someone who chooses comfort, chooses something that's of standard, of high value, nothing like bougie now, but just something with standard. If you value that, you don't have to worry about other people complaining about it. If you want to spend $8 on a latte and you don't want to hear anybody else complaining about that, like, girl, that's just the economy at this point. And I'm not talking about coffee that you make at home, I'm talking from establishments. On one hand, splitting the cost of things is easier. I'm trying to think of another con. It will really challenge your flexibility, adaptability. That's what I'm looking for. It will definitely challenge that because if you're flying somewhere, if you're driving, I mean, anywhere, if you're going long distances like this, it's going problems are going to come up. Something's going to go wrong. It's not going to go how you want it. There's going to be delays. Maybe traffic is, whatever. It could be anything. I knew that going into it. I thought like, oh, the worst that could happen was a delay in the flight time and I get to California like at night or something. That was what I was thinking. But, no, kind of worse happened for me. And this is going to be like my last like pro con thing because this is what really switched my mood, my entire mood, and made me just like pause in my tracks during this trip. And I made the very, very, very mistake of leaving like this parking transponder in the rental car that I had. The parking transponder belonged to my Airbnb host because it was at an apartment and it was like it had a parking garage. So like the parking transponder will automatically like sense it and then the gates open. I left that in the rental car.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is I left my AirPods the first time and I got them back, but I didn't realize I left the transponder until I went back the second time and got the AirPods, and I was already on my way back to my Airbnb, and I had been like basically spending $30 each way on Uber, and I was just like,
And then the rental guy on Turo never responded to me. because like Turo has read receipts, so you can see when um someone's read your message on there. And then he just didn't read it or never responded, never opened up the message thread again. And that really, I was already having anxiety about, oh my God, now I have to go back a second time because I think he had left. He was doing something. Like it was just whole situation, you guys. It's honestly deserves its own video. That's how crazy and how much explaining and how much there is to the story. But I owe my Airbnb host $300 now. And rent's coming up. But I'm not trying to stress it too much. I'm keeping a very positive mindset about things and knowing that yes, I did go a little over budget because I kept having to spend so much money on Ubers and unnecessary things and just not having my brain on right is what it felt like on this trip. I feel like my lesson is, or it's somewhat challenging me to keep the mindsets that I have on a daily basis where I'm just in my normal life and, maybe things are a little bit more in a flow state. I'm not necessarily out of my comfort zone like when you're on a trip, but keeping that energy. Like, okay, I feel like life was God, universe, whatever you want to call it. It's your discretion, but I'll just say God for now. God was like, okay, let's see if you really about it. Let's see if you really about it, baby girl, because if you really think you're abundant, let me put you in situations where you might, the first feeling that you will feel is not abundant. You're like, you're gonna start stressing, like, how am I gonna pay this? I don't have it right now. It's gonna, or maybe I have it, but then it's gonna leave me with not a lot, all these things, not having an abundance mindset. And I did crash out for a few hours on the trip in my Airbnb, but then I was like, okay, girl, you had your little moment, but let's get up and let's continue enjoying the rest of the trip. Let's continue keeping that positive mindset, abundance mindset that it will work out. You will not be broke. And like you make mistakes and it's okay. Thankfully, my Airbnb person was so understanding. Shout out to him. I feel like I'm coming out slowly on the other side of it. And yeah, if you understood any of what I was saying, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. I appreciate it so much. I feel like I could make way more pros and cons video to solo traveling. There's so much you can get into when it comes to this, but that was just a few that I wanted to touch on today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, my glasses broke too. I'm having to use my work safety glasses as my, like, because these are prescription. I'm having to use them, and I do not like wearing these glasses even at work. So having to wear them in my when I'm driving and stuff is so annoying. But yes, my glasses broke on the trip. I forgot to mention that. Like, yeah, now I gotta order new glasses. Then I gotta owe this person. Then that rent's coming up, and then my car. It's okay. Things are gonna work out, guys. They're gonna work out for my anxious kings and queens out there. Okay, I'm standing in solidarity, and just know that things will get better. They have to.